with Operation Able Sentry. I'd like to say hello to my wife, Amy. I love you, and I'd like to say hello to my mom and dad. Thank you.
Tonight on the Community Newsroom, we take a look back at the beginning of the end.
And now, the Community Newsroom.
Good evening and welcome to Community Newsroom. I'm Senior Airman Darren Wiley. The 32nd Fighter Group has had many mission changes over the years, but the one on July 2nd of 1992 was a major change as we prepared for drawdown.
Beginning on the 6th of July, we're going to have a Headquarters Youth Safety Project Task Force at Soesterberg to begin working the details of base closure.
As we reported, the first major sign of mission completion came when we transferred the F-15s to Otis Air National Guard Base in Massachusetts.
The 32nd Fighter Group turned another page in its history as they sent the first 5 F-15s on their way to Otis Air National Guard Base, Massachusetts. During a ceremony before their departure, Group Commander Colonel Bill Hodgkins called it a historic day.
We've transferred a lot of aircraft in and out of Soesterberg over the years, as we've changed different types of aircraft and different models in the same type. What's different about this transfer of aircraft is that we're transferring aircraft out, but we're not receiving any in return.
Colonel Hodgkins flew the lead aircraft, completing a cycle that took nearly a decade and a half.
The particular aircraft I'm flying today, 163 here on the right end, I flew back in 1978 as a brand new airplane when I was at Eglin Air Force Base. In fact, I flew that on an ocean crossing from Eglin to Bremgarten, Germany for a crested cap deployment. And here I am now taking it back from Europe to the States some 14 years later.
The aircraft will be a welcome addition to the Air National Guard unit receiving them, a unit that will keep the memory of the 32nd Fighter Group alive long after it deactivates next year.
The gaining unit has asked that we leave our 32nd Fighter Squadron patch on the aircraft, and it's their intent to put their patch alongside our patch and retain our squadron emblem on the aircraft while they fly them. I'm very thankful they made that gesture to us, and it means a lot more because, again, some of our heritage for almost 40 years of operations here at Soesterberg is going to be preserved in that emblem.
The rest of Soesterberg's F-15s are scheduled to leave between now and January, when the last 2 head out, ending a flying mission that has lasted nearly 40 years.
The final step in Soesterberg's drawdown has begun. The transfer of F-15s to Otis Air National Guard Base was completed on Wednesday, and 5 jets left Soesterberg, but only 4 made it to the Cape Cod installation. The 5th jet was diverted to Canada with minor engine problems. After touching down, the 32nd Fighter Group Commander, Colonel Bill Hodgkins, commented on the hard work the Wolfhounds have put in getting these jets ready for delivery.
It impressed me very much this morning that there is a lot of pride, a lot of Soesterberg pride wrapped up in these jets right here on this ramp and the jets back home at Soesterberg that we're working on.
These jets are now home. After a complete checkup, 6 more will make a trip over in November. All 22 should be in Otis before February, where they'll take part in their new intercept mission over American skies.
Keeping with that tradition of excellence, the men and women of this air base, both Dutch and American, have done superbly well in their actions to support the drawdown and the closure and the departure of these fine fighters that we see out in front of me today.
I'd like to speak on behalf of all the Americans at Soesterberg Air Base, both past and present. It has been only with your friendship and help, with your outstanding military cooperation, and with your patience, and quite often with your tolerance, that this incredible 40-year era of U.S. aircraft operating jointly with you in the skies over Holland has been possible. Our heritage is now and will forever be intertwined into history with the proud Dutch heritage and traditions. I express my heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to you all. Thank you very much.
Following a flyover by helicopters from the Royal Netherlands Air Force, the F-15s took off for the last time. They were joined by F-16s from the RNLAF for a final flyby.
We've got sports coming up, but first let's take a look at the weather.
Tonight it'll be partly to mostly cloudy with light rain and more wind. A low tonight of 38 degrees. Tomorrow morning the clouds and light rain will continue till the afternoon when the clouds should break up, but the winds will be high all day. 48 is the expected high for Thursday. Tomorrow night the winds will still be gusting and the clouds will roll in, bringing with it possible hail and thunderstorms. A low Thursday night of a chilly 40 degrees. Friday isn't much better with cloudy skies, high winds, and possible showers and thunderstorms. A high Friday of only 44. Sunrise for the next couple of days, 8:28. Sunset, 5:20.
Transfers, goodbyes, homecomings, and more. On Friday, we'll take a look back at our own history. But that's it for tonight. On behalf of everyone here at TV 18, have a good evening.
This is the Eagle FM Community Bulletin Board. Mystery tours coming up the 29th of January from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. to an unknown destination. Bring enough guilders for shopping and food and dress warmly. By the way, transportation is free. For more information, call 8492 to sign up for the Mystery Tour this Saturday. The University of Maryland Term 4 is coming up. If you're interested in taking classes for Term 4, stop by the office as soon as possible. Office hours are from 8:30 to 4:30. That's for University of Maryland Term 4 registration. The next assignment team will be here the 31st of January through the 2nd of February at the Base Fitness Center. Contact your orderly room for scheduled times. And that's it for the Eagle FM Community Bulletin Board.
It's Dallas and Buffalo meeting in the Georgia Dome for the Super Bowl. Be a part of the action and join your friends at the Super Bowl party Sunday at the Ambassador Club. The fun starts at 8 with beverage discounts and free food. Don't miss an exciting minute of Super Bowl action. Be at the Ambassador Club Sunday starting at 8 for Super Bowl, Dallas versus Buffalo.
You're watching TV 18, Soesterberg.
Tonight on the Community Newsroom, our final goodbye.
And now, the Community Newsroom.
Good evening and welcome to Community Newsroom. I'm Senior Airman Darren Wiley. Although our final Community Newsroom is tonight, that doesn't change the mission of our station.
The drawdown affects us in two areas, radio and television. Now, we've already begun the television drawdown, as tonight is the last airing of Community Newsroom. But television interface, that is spot insertions, local information on television, will continue probably till the 1st of May. Television will remain online for Soesterberg, at least television programming, till about 15 August. That's when we anticipate to pull out the transmitters and the satellite dish. On the radio side of the house, we'll continue with radio news all the way till the end, as well as with radio programming. We'll do radio local programming till the 30th of July, in which case we'll just downlink the network signal from Frankfurt, and then on 15 August, that's when we'll pull the plug on all radio and television services.
Local radio news will, of course, continue, and continued service is what we've given you throughout the years. Tonight, let's take a look back.
During our 30 years of operation, Detachment 9 AFEBS has strived to be more than just a relay site, passing along information and entertainment. The outlet began its life on January 11th, 1964, broadcasting pre-recorded 6-hour packages from AFRTS Los Angeles. During the next 3 decades, the facility matured into its present-day operation, broadcasting 24 hours a day on 88.7 FM and TV Channel 18. Whether we were AFN Camp New Amsterdam or Detachment 9 Air Force European Broadcasting Squadron, our audience has enjoyed the fruits of our labor. In 1990, we began broadcasting varsity football games live on radio and featuring highlights on television. We didn't stop there, as we took the show on the road with live radio remotes throughout the base. The experience paid off when we were able to carry the base closure announcement, subsequent town meetings, and other mass briefings focusing on the base drawdown as they happened. Our audience has come to rely on our superb coverage of local events both on radio and on the Community Newsroom, our local television newscast, which went from a weekly 10-minute production to a nightly 7-minute program in 1993. Soesterberg Air Base will be returned to the Dutch in September 1994, at which time Detachment 9 AFEBS will sign off for the final time.
In a minute, we'll take a look back at our stellar football year, but first let's take a look forward into the weekend of weather.
Here's the forecast. Decreasing winds, partly cloudy skies with occasional rain showers and hail for tonight, with an overnight low of 32 degrees. Tomorrow morning, dry with only a slight chance of rain, but in the afternoon, clouds will increase with possible light rain at a high of 41 degrees. Tomorrow night, cloudy skies with periods of light rain and drizzle. The low tomorrow, 40 degrees for an overnight low. Sunday morning, cloudy and rainy. Sunday afternoon, the rain will stop, and there'll be breaks in the clouds. The high, 45 degrees. Sunday night, partly to mostly cloudy skies with a few rain showers and an overnight low of 32 degrees. Monday, look for a cloudy day with rain in the afternoon. The high should be about 42 degrees. Have a good weekend.
It was a great year. On behalf of everyone here at TV 18, have a good evening.
See ya.
So long.
Community update for Soesterberg. I'm Staff Sergeant Rich Ray. The next assignment team visit is starting Monday at the Base Fitness Center. The assignment team will be here through the 2nd of February. Contact your orderly room for your scheduled time. There will be a curtailment of physical examination capability at Soesterberg, so if you know you're retiring, separating, or just think you'll be requiring a physical examination before you arrive at your next duty station, contact Physical Exams at extension 5360 to set up your appointment. School bus monitors are needed mornings and afternoons. Transportation back to base housing in the morning and to the elementary school in the afternoon is available. Training and scheduling are at your convenience. Call extension 8097 to volunteer. Make sure you go over the edge from 5 to 6 weekday afternoons with Senior Airman Valerie Sprague on Eagle FM.
This month by the Acting Assistant Secretary of Defense for Health Affairs is already reaping benefits. Dr. Edward Martin announced an additional $2 to $5 million